Hey guys, it's Mike with another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Today we're going to start building Sergius and kind of maxing him out and building him with purpose to match up with Morgan. So we're going to start out by taking a look at his kit to see how we want to build him and what stats we need. Starting with these passive abilities, these are the ones he's going to have all the time regardless of which relic he's actually wearing or equipped with. When an ally is hit, attacks attacker, damage 51% of attack and 100% chance to inflict focus target. So this focus target ability is actually really cool. You get evasion rate down by 40%, which is going to help you like in the dragon where he starts stacking up crazy evasion rates, and also crit resistance by 20. So that's going to help you do a little more damage. When hit, there's a 100% chance to remove one buff. So I don't know if that actually works on the dragon, but the dragon does stack up so many buffs. So if that is actually a buff removal that works there, he's going to be absolutely phenomenal for that fight. In the second passive ability here, we've got when attacking, if the target has focus target on it, 100% chance to gain amplification for one turn. And amplification is basically going to increase your vigor. So that's going to be a great way to just keep moving through your great abilities on your champions. After using a skill, he's got a 100% chance to charge vigor by 1. So every time he uses a skill, he's going to be using, you're going to get extra vigor. So it's like having an extra vigor set on your team, which is going to be super helpful. So for Sergius, you really want, from what I've heard, is the fire relic. But as I was looking between the two, this storm relic is going to do a lot of work for us. So on the A1, this is actually the same between the storm and the fire relic. He's got a 100% chance to charge attack gauge by 15%. So that's just going to be on him, but he's going to be charging his attack gauge by 15% immediately after running his A1. On his A2, he has that chance to grant target focus target, which we learned about, for one turn, and then has a chance to reduce all the hero passive cooldowns by 2 turns. So all of those passives he's got, he's going to run those down faster and move through them even quicker, really charging that vigor along the way. 100% chance to charge attack gauge by 30%. So he's on his A1, he's charging by 15. On his A2, he's charging by 30. On his A3, he's going to do, let's see here, attacks all enemies with damage. If the target has focus target, which is what we're hoping is going to happen most of the time, 100% independent chance to decrease attack gauge by 25%. So he's going to be doing the same thing that Morgan is doing for us by reducing the attack gauge or their turn meter by 25. As long as they have focus target on them. And then 100% chance to charge his attack gauge by, or of each ally by 25%. So he's going to bring them down by 25% if they have focus target, and even if they don't, he's still going to bring every ally's attack gauge up by 25%. So every single ability he's running, he's going to be increasing the attack gauge of your team, and then doing some pretty good work in that space. So ideally we want to run him super fast. If we do compare that to the fire relic, which everybody is talking about, his A1 is actually identical. His A2 is completely different. It's an AoE attack, 20% chance to inflict focus for one turn. So I would actually argue on the wind relic, this is actually a better ability. It's charging his attack gauge, and then it has a 100% chance to do the focus target, but it doesn't actually hit. And then when you level that up, you're getting an extra 20%, so he'll be increasing his own attack gauge by 50%. Chances are you might be skipping this ability either way, because ideally you're spamming his A3, I think is the right way to go, although this does have a 100% chance of landing that focus target, so maybe not. On the A3, we already know what the Storm Relic does, but on the Fire Relic, we have a 100% independent chance to charge attack gauge of each ally by 60% when you get it booked. So that is going to be huge. That does a lot of great work for you. But even here in the Storm, it's going to do everybody by 25% starting out. So it's still worth building, still going to have a huge benefit. It's going to supercharge your team to do more and then bring the enemy down as far as not letting them have a turn. So looking at his kit, we really just want to build him fast. Secondarily, we do need effect accuracy, because the effect accuracy is going to allow him to land this focus target as well as affect their attack gauge or turn meter. Pretty sure you need effect accuracy to be able to do that. So those are gonna be the two stats we're really focused on for Sergius. All right, so we're gonna start our build with Sergius. All the pieces I have on right here are just random pieces I threw on him to get him into faction dungeons and try to get through the Fox dungeon with, who I got going on down here? Claudius and Turin. So I was just needing a little bit of extra help there. But we're gonna rebuild him completely. So what we're doing is we can go up here, look at filter, grab the pieces that we're looking for. Got the dogs barking in the background. You can go down here to substats, create attack speed, and see what you have. You can see all my gear is 3-star and straight garbage. I'm not looking to pull any gear off of any other champions because I don't want to affect other builds and what I've done so far. So I do want to build him from scratch. So because I don't have attack speed already, what I'm going to do is actually take this off. All right, so we're going to jump in here. We're going to look for 4, 5, and 6-star gear only. Hopefully I have enough. Probably don't because my gear is straight trash, but we're going to do the best we can. If we go into a set like this, you can see here on this set, we have crit rate with a double roll on it, and it's 4 stars. So ideally, we want him with attack speed. Secondarily, we want him with effect accuracy. So we're actually going to take this piece and we're going to change this substat and get attack speed on this double roll. So right now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for areas where we have double rolls on pieces that we could potentially get to attack speed. So here we already have attack speed, and so that's actually pretty good there. Although it doesn't fit a set, so that's going to be the tough part, but that we might have to use it, we'll see. So it is a really cool ability to change roles on a piece, and I'm going to talk to you about a couple things that I've run into that I think could help you along your way. This piece here does not have any attack speed, but we do have a double roll. So if we go in here and go to change stats, we have this powder that we get in, I believe, Forbidden Dungeon and just daily activities and so forth, and it stacks up fairly quickly. So we can go in and we can change the substat. So when I change, it's going to cost me 10,000 gold, which I obviously don't have enough. So that's going to be an opportunity. I'll have to go get some gold before we do this. All right, we're back and we got a little bit of gold to help us do some re-rolls on this equipment. We have two options on the helmet. We can go in here and try to get this guy here to be attack speed by running in and doing the change stats. The struggle here is every time we change a stat, it can change any of these 4 stats with 10,000 points plus some of this powder, and we're waiting to cycle in. So this specific stat right here changes to attack speed, which is going to take a little bit of time and probably some resources. The other thing we could do is we go into this guy here, seeing how we haven't leveled it up to level 12 yet. It only has 2 stats on it that can change. So what we could do here is take this to level 6 and see if we get a double roll. So we got 1 roll here. If the second roll falls in that same spot like it just did, that's very fortunate. Now we have a 5-star piece that has a double roll instead of a 4-star piece with a double roll. So if we get attack speed here with a double roll on 4-star, we're probably looking at like 7 or 8 speed, whereas here we might be looking at like 10 or 11. So this is going to be a better chance. Not to mention when we go in here and go change stats, there's only 2 stats that can change. So I'm just waiting for this stat right here to change to attack. So we're going to go this route because it should take a lot less resources. So we got an HP. We need to keep moving. We're looking for that attack speed. That's all we're looking for is attack speed, and hopefully when it lands on attack speed, this stat was either something like effect accuracy. All of them have been right here so far. I've been pretty fortunate. Or crit rate. Like crit rate is a great substat to have. So as long as this substat stays, so hit accuracy is good as well. But we want this substat ideally to stay with something good like hit accuracy and attack speed 9. That's exactly what we want. So there we're done. We got the attack speed where we wanted. We're going to come out of here and put that piece on him. Now we got attack speed up to 9 from what would have been, maybe it was 5 to 7. I think on a 5-star piece you can get better than that because there's a little bit of variation in how much it can roll. But that's a decent attack speed that we've got on him in a vigor set. So we're going to equip that piece and then we're going to move on to the next one. So as we go in here, we have attack speed 2. We have 1 roll separated twice. Ideally, we could find a vigor set in the 5-star or higher. We do not have it. So if we don't have the vigor set, ideally we would have accuracy, which unfortunately we don't have. But if we go over here to the necklace, I believe this little M, that's going to be your effect accuracy plus 30%. So ideally we would have that instead of vigor if we had the option. So now we're looking at is ideally getting attack speed with at least 1 or 2 rolls, seeing what our opportunities are in the 4-star. This might be our best piece. Unfortunately, we could try come in here and do a 6-star piece and try to get those stats where we want them, but then we're going to break up our set. So I think we definitely do want a vigor set because his A2 and A3 are going to be very helpful for us. So working through the gear is a little bit clunky. I've been trying to figure out kind of a clean way to do it. The best way I can come up with is if you pick the gear that you're willing to work with, select the sets you're really looking for, and then you can select the pieces or all the pieces and kind of go through there. That seems to be the best way to do it. On the helmet here, we've got a great piece. We're moving on. We've got the chest plate. In the chest plate, we're kind of slim pickings here, so we might be forced to use the piece we have. See, like this one for Turin does have a double roll in it. So we could swap those two out and try to get attack speed there just to speed them up. But this piece does have attack speed here with 2 and then one roll on each of these. So it's kind of tough. If I had more gold, I'd probably go this route and see, but we're going to just leave him in this right now. On the boots themselves, we do have these accuracy boots, as well as we do have an accuracy accessory that we'll use later. So I think we'll put him in that instead of crit rate, and it does have attack speed. So hopefully as we enhance this, we get 2 rolls right there in attack speed. We missed the first one and we got the second one, so we'll take that, and for the time being we'll put him in there. Again, I mean, this is the best I can do right now with the gear that I have, but at the end of the day, once I get into more 5- and 6-star gear, it's going to be significantly better. As we move over here into this piece, we do have 1 roll in attack speed. On the necklace here, we have accuracy as well as vigor set here. I'm trying to think, we had a better piece somewhere else. So all right, we're back at it. We got some gold. I've been distracted so many times to getting gold on this guy, so I'm losing track of where we even were. But we're looking at doing a vigor set plus accuracy set because I don't think we have the primary accuracy effect accuracy stat we need here. So we're going to take a peek at the necklace. We do already have 1 roll in the necklace. If we come back up here, let's look at 5, 6-star, all the way to 3, because I think there's 1 or 2 I need a 3-star on. Looking at vigor and accuracy only. In fact, we actually already have the accuracy on the ring. So we're good, because that was the only ring I had with attack speed, I think, is on. Oh, I didn't equip it because I didn't have money. Oh man, look at me go. So we're going to bring accuracy back in there and finish out his build. On the ring itself, we do definitely want a primary stat of attack speed, which unfortunately I only have a 3-star piece, but it is in the accuracy set. So we are going to equip that. That finishes out our accuracy set, which is going to help us out because we're probably not going to get the primary stat we're looking for effect accuracy. On the necklace here, I don't know if there was a better one for us to use other than this one. We have a couple with accuracy, but the other are on the vigor set. 3-star, trying to think here. Yeah, this is going to be what we're using. And then on the earrings, we have a set on Douglas right now that does have a double roll in effect resistance. He's kind of just a faction boss for me there, or faction wars guy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and we're going to move that stat into attack speed. That way we have a double roll in attack speed. So that'll help us out there. On this guy, we got a double roll in attack speed already, so that was fortunate. And then we have 1 piece of equipment on the orb that it doesn't fit into any of these criterias, but we're gonna go here, and it had this guy which had the attack speed as well. None of my 4-stars did, unfortunately, so that's gonna be the one and only choice we have, is that one right there. So equip that. When we level that up, we're gonna get a lot of attack speed out of that. In fact, we can go ahead and take that right to level 9 because it doesn't take a lot of gold to only level it up to level 9. So we got up to 20 attack speed right there. And then, so as we kind of roll through this build, let's take a quick peek at where we're at. We got 2 rolls here for 9. Here we don't have any, we have 1 roll of attack speed and 1 roll here on a 4-piece set. So because my resources are low, probably not going to do anything here, but ideally you'd roll this out. So ideally the first thing you need to do is change, like this would have to change so that it could come in over here as one of your 1 rolls. But honestly, it'd be better to get a 5-star piece that had a double roll and then try to get attack speed into that before you start using resources on it. And seeing how I'm not making the perfect build anyway because I have pretty bad gear, we're going to call that one good. On this guy here, we have 1 roll in attack speed and it's spread out. So we just need to level this stuff up for extra stats, but that's as fast as that piece will get. This one's got 1 roll in attack speed as well, and it's leveled up as much as it can go. So that's going to be about where that one's at. This one here has the double roll in attacks or in effect resistance. So we're going to try to get that over to attack speed. And then here we got the primary stat of attack speed that will get leveled up as well. Again, it'll go from whatever, probably to 20, I think, as we max that one out to level 9. So yeah, so we got 20. So that's an extra 40 attack speed by having these 2 pieces on him with the primary stat of attack speed. So let's see if we can get lucky over here. We're going to change stats. We're just looking for this top one with the 2 rolls to change over to attack speed. And as soon as that happens, we're going to call it good. Hopefully it happens. Effect accuracy, hopefully that sticks around. We'd love to keep that on there if we could. But it's all about that attack speed, and that's really what we want. So we're just going to keep on until we're either out of money. Yeah, we're going to run out of money before we run out of sand. So we'll just keep pushing through here. There, we got attack speed. This kind of sucks because now we have to wait for this to roll out of attack speed before it has the chance of coming in up here. And this is one of the reasons why if you roll it when there's only 2 pieces, it's a lot easier and takes a lot less resources. So we lost our effect accuracy, but that's okay. It might come back. Who knows how this is all going to end up by the time we get there. If we get there, we might run out. So we got attack speed off there. That's what the first step. Now we need it to roll into effect resistance, which I don't think has changed a single time so far. So that's kind of a little bit unfortunate. But it probably means it's past due. Crit rate's a good one to have on there, but hopefully we can get that attack speed, attack, flat stat, 10, HP. We're going to keep on keeping on. So I'm going to keep going until I run out of money or get the stat where I want, and I'll bring you back in. All right, we finally hit it. It actually wasn't too bad. We got attack speed +2 with the 9. We've got recovery and effect resistance and HP, so those substats aren't too bad. To be honest, it probably doesn't make sense to blow all this material on a 4-star piece. Probably want to save it for 5 stars when you can. But I am pretty eager and anxious to build up my Sergius and run him alongside Morgan, and just to see what kind of progress I can make in a lot of different areas of the game. So that wraps up his build. If we come back out, we got him dialed in now. Let's take a quick peek at how fast we got him. We got him up to 189, which isn't bad. His effect accuracy is at 35%. It could use some love. So definitely, you know, has some room to grow. If we compare that to our Morgan build, we do have her up at 216, effect accuracy of 40. So she is a little bit better off in that space. But she's also using a lot of my best gear, so I can't have it on both of them. So that's what we got going on. But I do think that that's going to be pretty good for him. So we can come over here and get his advancement level, except I don't have enough gold again. All right. Well, I think that kind of goes through how to build a champion. This video has been super hard to make because I've just been running out of materials. As you can see, you're going to go through a lot of gold going through this process. But champion by champion, if you build them with purpose, all of a sudden they're going to start having a lot better results in your teams, and you're going to start being able to see better and better progress. You do also have the ability to build the champion in 2 different ways, and I think you can just alternate between the builds. But if there's one piece of gear that you want to use on both builds, apparently you can't do that. So that's kind of weird. So you'd have to build them completely different. But if you want to do, you know, a vigor set, instead of doing accuracy, you want to do crit rate. You'd have to use 4 different pieces of vigor than the ones that he's on now, which is kind of bizarre. But it is a cool option, and the idea is good. But I think that's about what I got for you today. Just kind of rolling through a build on Sergius, trying to get him into dungeons to see how he works with Morgan and start to put that team together. But I appreciate you sticking with me all the way to the end. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It means the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.